Hi guys, I made it to Bergen. I am in Floyen right now, which is really high up in the city on top of a mountain. Let me show you a better view of what I'm looking at here. Pretty amazing. You can see the entire city from here. There's way more past those trees you can't see on the other side, but somewhere down there I came in on a ferry today, which is an interesting story, but I will wait until we get there. So let's see where we left off. Yesterday, last time I talked to you guys, I had just done the hike and I talked to you guys from the very top of there. So the way down went well. There's something I kind of found out before heading up the hike, but basically because I went later in the afternoon, public transportation as far as buses go stopped running early for some reason. So I didn't really have a way getting back from the hike, at least to where the ferry goes. So after the hike was over, I waited up like in the parking lot trying to figure out how I was getting back down, and started asking cars if anyone was going down to the ferry. Wasn't having much luck. I also saw a couple there who then asked me if I was looking for a ride, and I said yeah. Pretty much the same thing happened to them, and luckily we found a guy that was going back to Stavanger. So this guy took us like almost all the way back and then dropped us off at the train station where we went the rest of the way. So that was an interesting attempt getting home, but eventually I made it. And then after I got back, I explored the city a little bit. It's really cute city. They have a lot of these old wooden homes, kind of look Victorian style, and a lot of really colorful ones too. And then I'm noticing the same thing actually in Bergen, so maybe it's just the style in the west of Norway. So that was a successful end of my trip in Stavanger. And then for dinner we had a typical Norwegian dish. Basically I found this thing at the supermarket, and it's potatoes with meat inside. So we had that for dinner, and that was really good actually. And then some German wine to go with it, Riesling, which is also good. So that brings us to today. The ferry left at 7 a.m., which is really early, but before even getting there, I had to take a bus near from where I was staying to get to the ferry station. So I had figured this all out a day ahead of time. Got on the bus and then was dropped off like near where the ferry was, and it was about 15 minutes before the ferry left. So I didn't know exactly how far away the ferry was from where the bus left. Luckily, I decided to look at Google Maps and noticed it was about a 20-minute walk from where I was, meaning I was not going to make the ferry. So here we go again, trying to figure out what to do. This is like the story of my life, pretty much, traveling. And so I ended up sticking my thumb out, seeing who would be willing to give me a ride the rest of the way, and luckily this lady stopped and drove me down the road to where the ferry left, and I made it just in time. And that brings us to where we are now. I got in around 12:30 here and have just been exploring the city ever since. I went to this old part of town called Bergen, I think, that has, again, like these really old style, cute looking homes, but they're actually shops and restaurants and things like that. And I also walked around the castle, which was another amazing view. Went up top and just got like, again, there's like so much beautiful scenery here, so I've been looking at amazing views all day. And then walked around some more, not knowing where to go next, and ended up seeing this building and a lot of people walking up all these stairs like on the side of a mountain, and figured it must be worthwhile. So I walked up there and found out there was a tram that went up to where I am now, which I had no idea how to get up here, because apparently on Google Maps in Bergen they don't tell you how to get around by public transportation, so that's kind of confusing. But anyways, I made it up here, as you can see. I'll probably be heading back down pretty shortly because it's been a really long day and I still haven't gotten to my home for the next couple days. So I guess that's it for now. I think that was a pretty long description, so I'll catch you up on more Norwegian culture next time.